I'm Simon Platt, the local UKIP candidate for Preston in the 2017 general election. I'd like to talk to you about education. Education is a very important part of my personal and professional life, and it's something very dear to me. UKIP is against political interference in education. We want what's best for children, for students and for Britain, without concern for ideology. We believe that our education system should be responsive to the needs of individuals, and our policies reflect that belief. We stand for a sound primary curriculum based on the 3 R's, but with additional emphasis on science and on exposing children to foreign languages at an early age. We are the only party committed to real diversity of provision at secondary level. Britain needs academic selection for those children who will benefit, and UKIP is committed to a grammar school in every town with entry not just at 11, but throughout the age range from 11 to 16. We can also learn from our European neighbours, and UKIP is the only party committed to introducing a scheme such as Germany's successful dual vocational training system, in which schools and businesses work together to combine formal education with on-the-job training for those children who will benefit. At university level, UKIP will abolish tuition fees for STEM subjects, that's science, technology and maths. We'd like to abolish tuition fees for all subjects, but the country can't afford that yet. STEM is our priority, therefore, because of its importance to the economy and its shortage of qualified graduates. More than that, however, we'll lift the cap on the numbers of doctors and nurses our universities are allowed to train. Did you know that there was such a cap? Why are we recruiting doctors and nurses from other countries who can ill afford to lose their talent? In part, that's because of ill-judged government limits. UKIP will raise the number of medical school training places by 1/3 to 10,000, and medical and nursing students from Britain won't be asked to pay fees either. There will be prudent conditions, of course. Medical students will need to commit to 10 years service in the NHS, STEM students to 5 years employment in the British economy. Britain needs to develop our homegrown talent in this way, and we can afford it. The net cost will be just under £4 billion a year by 2022, about 1/10 of the total savings UKIP has identified, for example, savings in our EU contributions. I could go on, but this is only meant to be a short video highlighting the main points of UKIP's outstanding policies on education. If you want to know more, you can contact me or go to my blog, Standing Up, at ukippreston.wordpress.com. But I can't finish without mentioning the other parties' policies, some of which would be disastrous for Britain. Conservative party policies can be summarised as more of the same. That's not good enough. Britain needs imaginative solutions to make the most of the opportunity provided by Brexit and to make the most of our young people's talent. Labour, Green and Liberal Democrat parties all seek greater government control of schools, reversing the trends of recent years towards modest diversity of provision, and they would throw money at universities without proper safeguards. Their approaches to education are highly ideological and would be very damaging. The Labour Party has attempted to cost this. Even they estimate that over £25 billion would be needed each year. That's a ruinous £400 extra for every man, woman and child in the country. £1,200 or £1,500 for a typical family. Extra. Every year. There will be a Conservative government after June the 8th. Whatever happens in Preston won't change that. But Britain needs UKIP MPs in opposition to hold the government to account and to stand up for the things that matter to ordinary people. In Preston, on June the 8th, vote for me, Simon Platt, your local UKIP candidate.